unique to us.
Night with the views on the Obama Self-Reliance Tour. Joining us from Portland, Oregon, Opio, Sokoni, radio talk show host in that city. And here in the studio, John Mcwhorter, author of the book All About the Beat, Why Hip-Hop Can't Save Black America. First of all, do you think he's a self-reliance guy at heart, Obama, or is just trying to get votes?
Oh, I know he is, partly because he's talked about that kind of thing before, and partly because he's a very intelligent man, and any intelligent person knows that a culture can be interested in the government, there can be programs, but a culture also has to change from within. I'd be disappointed. And just like he said in the clip, there's nothing wrong with saying that, and you listen to the audience at the NAACP applauding, and I think there were probably about 1.5 white people.
All right, if I went to the NAACP, John, and I said self-reliance, I don't think they'd be applauding.
You would be chased out.
I would be, that's right.
Yes.
I could not go there and say the same exact words Barack Obama said. I could not say it. So therefore, the applause doesn't mean anything. They're going to vote for Barack Obama no matter what he says. However, why are you firmly convinced that this is an ploy? Because we didn't see self-reliance in the primaries. We didn't see it. We saw, I'm going to get your health care paid for, I'm going to get this program, that program, I'm gonna. We didn't see this. So why are you so convinced?
Oh, because he was holding back. Now, I'm not saying the man isn't a politician, but these are things he's saying to black audiences. He couldn't afford to be that black.
Yeah, but he was going to be picked up by white guys like me. He knows that.
Now he's also trying to get specific about what he would actually do for the black community, and he's showing that it's not the same old stuff.
Opio, are you buying this thing now? Are you seeing that he's a big self-reliant guy and just coming out now, or is this just a maneuver to get votes?
No, self-reliance has been talked from Marcus Garvey to Malcolm X, even Louis Farrakhan. Look at the Million Man March. That was really about self-reliance and taking responsibility. I think it was definitely a bit pandering, but it looks like pandering when he's not willing to make some of the unpopular speeches, whether inside or outside the black community. So we don't want platitude, pandering. We want real policy.
All right, what's the unpopular speech he should be making, in your opinion?
If he made a speech talking about the real responsibility of racism in this country, talk about some of the unique problems to black people, such as being shot 50 times by the police officer, that type of police terror in the black community. He won't make those types of speeches
because he never get elected, though. If he runs on the Sharpton-Jackson victimization ticket, he's going to lose.
That's not victimization. I mean, if white males were getting shot 50 and 60 times by police officers unarmed, we will not consider that victimization. We will consider that the government should be doing what the government needs to do.
Are you talking about the case in New York City? Is that what you're talking about?
A couple cases in New York City. We could talk about what happened here in Portland. We could talk about what happened in Philadelphia recently. We could talk about what happened in Prince George's County, with a young brother being killed in his cell by police officers. I mean, this is happening over and over and over again. Barack Obama won't mention those things, and we want our politicians, the people that we support, to mention those things.
Now, do you believe if Barack Obama took that tack, confronting white America and the white law enforcement community with these cases, that he would win the general election? Do you think he would win doing that?
He can't do any worse than he's doing now. He should be well ahead.
He can do a lot worse.
He should be well ahead of John McCain. I mean, John McCain.
That's interesting. Do you think he could win?
I think he would not win.
If he stand up and be strong, he can win.
Because he would alienate a lot of people who were not black and didn't have those concerns. And if you ask me, in terms of all of black America, while the issues of the relationship between young black men and the police are important, when I'm thinking about an ex-con who needs to get a job or get an apartment or larger issues like that, I think those are the things that we need to talk about rather than these sort of big-ticket, dramatic sorts of things that the other person is mentioning. And Obama is interested in those things. He has talked about.
But he can't run as a Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton candidate and win. He can't. You know that.
I mean, frankly, anybody who thinks that he should run on that kind of platform is also wishing that he wouldn't win. And I'm not sure what kind of sense that makes.
Well, I don't know. I think, Opio, you want him to win, right? You're a Barack Obama supporter.
Right, I want him to win, but I also want to make sure that black people are not taken for granted. I think anybody black that support the candidate should also understand that we have to make candidates do what we want them to do and not just sit around and give them a Valentine's show.
Okay. Now, you have Barack Obama, who is still running on generalities. You would say that is true, right?
To a large extent.
Okay, so I don't know who the guy is. I mean, you may know him better than I, John, but I don't know who the guy is, and I'm a voter. I mean, I pay attention. I just don't know. I can give you 20 questions that I could ask him right now. I don't know the answer to those questions. So why doesn't he make himself more accessible to the voters?
Well, of course, anybody who's running for election is often less specific than we would like. And the man is, I don't deny, he's a politician. That's how he's gotten this far. So there are websites, of course, and in terms of whether I know him better, he does let himself out.
A little, but not a lot.
But the question is, what exactly does one want to know?
I want to know is what he's going to do if on this, that, and the other thing. And, you know, that's why we're encouraging him to come on the Factor. Opio, I'm giving you the last word. Are you mad about the self-reliance tour? Are you mad about it?
Well, I'm mad when he supported FISA bill because if Dr. King was living, he would not have any legal redress because he was the victim of surveillance. And I'm also mad that Barack Obama won't stand up and be strong like we want him to be.
All right. Gentlemen, thanks very much. Good discussion. We appreciate it. Next on the Rundown.